Hi, this is Nick. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the talk I'm giving on August the 7th called Love, Spirituality and Business Success. Now, many years ago, probably 20 years ago, I came across the quotation from Khalil Gibran in the book The Prophet that said, "Your work is your love made visible." And something about that deeply resonated with me, even though that wasn't really my experience of work at the time. So something about that really, touched my heart and inspired me. And a similar kind of time, about 20 years ago, I came across A Course in Miracles, this book, and I have really, embraced it, and it's become my spiritual path really for the last 20 years. So it has been my spiritual path, but I haven't really hugely talked about it. I've mentioned it in books that I've written, and I mention it in talks, but I've never really given a talk on A Course in Miracles and work and business and success. So I thought it was about time I did that. So this is what this talk is about. Now, the essence of the talk really is that the Course in Miracles is a program in returning our mind from fear to love. Now, what the Course says is love is our original state. It is our spirituality. It is who we are in essence. And yet in this world we live in a mindset that's so much based on fear and guilt and competition and condemnation and judgment and all sorts of things. So the Course in Miracles doesn't deny any of that. It says, yes, that's our reality. But what it is a program about how to retrain our mind to return to the intrinsic love that we already are. So it says all the love we could ever want is already here. We just don't see it. We're just blocked to our awareness of it. So what I'm going to be talking about is how I have applied the principles of A Course in Miracles over the last 20 years to, if you like, retrain my own mind. I used to be very scared. I used to feel incredibly guilty about things being too good for me. I used to really think I was quite insignificant. I didn't really have, much to offer the world. And those thoughts are still with me, but they no longer drive my life to the extent that they used to. So I'm going to be sharing the ideas behind the Course in Miracles to encourage you to step into kind of greater love, greater showing up in the world, greater fulfillment, and greater material and financial success, as well as spiritual and emotional success, and just basically being a lot happier. I'm so much happier than I used to be. That's probably the bottom line. And the thing about my happiness now is that my happiness is much less dependent on how I'm doing in my business, whether I'm doing brilliantly in my business or not so well in my business. I've found that I can be happier anyway and more peaceful anyway. And that's for me really down to the teachings of A Course in Miracles. So if that sounds resonant with you, if you'd like to hear more about what A Course in Miracles is and how you could start applying it, I'd love to have you come to the talk. So I'll be sharing lots of ideas, but there'll be interaction. I'll get you kind of meeting other people and talking about what I've shared with you and your own experiences. So it'll be a great opportunity to meet like-minded people, have fascinating conversations about love, work and spirituality. So I'd love to see you there. Thank you for taking the time to watch this and look forward to seeing you on August the 7th. Bye-bye.